Hello preschool, it's Miss Alyssa. Welcome to week 12 of occupational therapy. I'm glad to see you. I hope you had a restful Thanksgiving and a healthy one. We're going to get started with our 3 bins today. We have our hand warm up, our craft, and our self-help skills. So for our hand warm up this week, you might have seen this last year at the end of the school year when we were working at home. But I made a little tennis ball girl to feed coins to work on our hand strength and pincer grasp. So you could do this with a racquetball or you could do it with a tennis ball. And if you don't have either of those at home to make one of these, then we could just do Play-Doh or putty. So anyway, all I did was make a little slit across the tennis ball, and when I squeeze it, the mouth opens. So I drew eyes, nose, and a mouth. And at school, when we make these, we use those little googly eyes, but I don't have any of those at home. So this is a nice activity for hand strength because you really have to squeeze to open up the tennis ball. And then you could pick up coins using a pincer grasp and feed the coins to your little tennis ball girl. Or you could switch hands and do it on the other side as well. So we're strengthening both hands. So we're going to do a few more of those. And I'm working on pincer grasp on my right hand if you're working with me. And then I'm going to switch hands and do the rest of them. And you can use coins, you can use beads, any small object will work. So we're all done with our hand warm up. I know that was kind of quick. You can always pause the video and spend more time on that at home. Our craft this week is a little more simple. We're going to make some hot chocolate. We're going to practice drawing shapes and cutting out shapes, following directions, pinching and pulling a cotton ball, and coloring in boundaries. So you'll need a half a sheet of any color paper as a background, and then you can use any color that you have for the color of your mug. So I chose blue because all of my fall colors are used up, and red. So first we're going to practice drawing a square. So when I teach kids to draw a square at school, I always make 4 dots for them to connect. So you can do that on paper for your child, or you can have them do it to draw a square. And then we're going to connect the dots. I'm going to go down, down, across, and across to close our square. And then we're going to cut out our square. And remember, when you pick up your scissors in midline, thumb up, thumb goes in the little hole. Practice opening and closing before you even try cutting paper. And then once you perfect that, you can cut paper. So it also helps to hold paper vertically when cut, so you kind of encourage that elevation of the shoulder when cutting to stay on the line. So open, shut. We're going to turn the paper when we can't go anymore. And turn the paper. We have a square. And then to make the handle on our mug, we're going to practice cutting a curved line. So what I do with the leftover paper from the mug is we're going to fold that in half. And we're going to draw a curve. So like a backward C, like this. And then we're going to draw another C inside of it till we have the shape of a mug. And then we're going to cut on that curve. Again, we're practicing rotating that paper when we're cutting. We're cutting something smaller. So when you open it up, you'll have 2 handles for your mug. So we'll have an extra one. But I wanted to incorporate some folding into this project because I know a lot of you are working on that skill with me at school. So then we're going to assemble our mug. So you're just going to glue your square in the middle of your paper. Just put glue on the back just like that. And then we're going to pick one of those little handles that we made and put a little glue on that. We can put that on either side of our mug. And then you have your hot chocolate mug. So the next thing we're going to do is practice drawing a curved line. So For some kids who don't know how to draw a curve, we can draw dots like this for them to follow. And we're going to draw that curve. And then we have a little space there to look, so it looks like an open mug, and we're going to color in that space. So this will address those coloring and boundaries goals that you might have. And you can use a brown marker, actually. I'm going to use brown. Mine is hot chocolate. Make coffee or hot chocolate or whatever your favorite Starbucks might be. And we colored in our liquid. And then we're going to take a cotton ball. So we're going to use those cotton balls that we've been using for the past few weeks to make our whipped cream or our marshmallows. So we're going to practice pinching and pulling, working on that finger strength. So we're going to pull it apart 2 or 3 times. And then we're going to put some glue in our mug right here. And we're going to put our cotton balls on like little marshmallows or whipped cream. And then to practice drawing lines down, or vertical lines like you might have in your goal, we're going to take our marker and draw some lines down, or maybe some wavy lines, so that we know that our hot chocolate is hot. And there you are. And I will write my name on the bottom, and I will have you guys write your name on the bottom when we do this in our live session next week. All right, we're going to move on to bin number 3. And we're going to button. So make sure you take your garment and put it down in front of you. And we're going to practice lining up those buttons. I remember last week, I think I buttoned it a little crooked or had trouble with the zipper. So I'm going to be extra careful today. So again, we're going to use that terminology, peekaboo, pull it through. Pick up the button just like you picked up those coins to put in that tennis ball. Push it through the hole, look on the other side, peekaboo, pull it through. And we'll do that 3 more times. Peekaboo, pull it through, peekaboo, pull, and last one, peekaboo, pull it through. Very good. You did it. Now, if those buttons get too easy for you, you can try smaller buttons on a button-down shirt, and also try buttoning while wearing the garment so that you can be independent with your dressing skills. The next thing we're going to do is zip. Place the garment straight flat on the table in front of you. We're going to practice that thumbs up. Put the car in the garage. I'll try that again. Our zipper separated. And pull it up. I'll try that one more time if you're working with me. Let's open it. Make sure you hold those 2 things together. This little square at the bottom and your zipper. If they separate, you won't get the car in the garage. There's that reciprocal movement. Make sure it's all the way in and pull up. Good job, guys. The last thing we're going to do is snap. And again, we're going to lie our garment on the table flat. And then line up that little belly button, I call it, with that circle. And you can either squeeze it together, but if you're just starting out, I want you to put it flat on the table, line it up like this, and push down with your thumb and listen for the pop. 2 more. Snap. Last one. All right, you guys did a great job. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you in our live session next week. Have a great night.